Good morning, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of the semester. This week, we're going to have part 1 of a 2-part module called Reading and Evaluating Research. I have made a slight change to the syllabus for the reading assignments. I am adding in Chapter 3 from Baumgartner and Hensley's book, as it will give you the background information you'll need to be able to conduct your keyword searches for the week 2 and 3 learning activity that's due on June 23rd. Now, this is a 2-parter, so while you're going to be working on part 1 of the learning activity during week 2, it actually will not be due until you turn in part 2, until you complete part 2 of the learning activity, and you'll combine those as one assignment and submit it to the Dropbox during week 3. But we need to get started because this summer is only 10 weeks long, and so in order to get through everything that we need to be able to do, this first couple of weeks is pretty compact and pretty jam-packed with with moving pieces that you really need to pay attention to. So if you take a look at the weekly outline for week 2, you'll see that the key points from the chapters that you'll have are listed there for chapter 3. And then you're going to be working through Locke's text, chapters 7 and 11, because those 2 chapters will help teach you how to conduct a 12-step analysis of the articles that you complete during that you search for during weeks 2 and 3. And so what your goal is for week 2 is to locate 5 articles related to your topic. Now, during the week 1 first day activity discussion, I asked you to be thinking about topics, and most of you came up with some pretty solid ones. So you're going to start searching for articles related to those topics during this week. And your goal is to find at least 5 articles that relate strongly to your topic. If you're not able to find 5 articles, just 5, then you're not gonna you don't have enough. There's not enough literature out there to support a deeper research on that topic for your synthesis, because a synthesis really is a deep dive into one single topic. And I'll talk more about the differences between the synthesis and thesis during week 3. But you want to be able to find enough information so that it's going to support your work through the summer. So chapter 3 of Baumgartner and Hensley is really just how to conduct a search using keywords, and it's going to help you understand the phrases to use to narrow down the articles that come up. Chapter 11 and Chapter 7 of Locke will actually help you understand how to complete those 12-step analyses. So those are what's going to be due on the 16th of this week. So that's the weekly outline in a nutshell. One thing that you will need to make sure that you do to support your learning for week 2 is to watch all of the videos that are in the folder that align with how to create an annotated bibliography, which you'll do throughout the week. You'll be working on throughout the week and into next week, and selecting those keywords to find your articles that you need to find to be able to do that. So there are a number of number of videos that you'll need to watch as well. So get your headphones out and sit back and enjoy some of those. And I say that somewhat sarcastically. But you'll get a lot of good information. Now, I'm going to go over to the 12-step analysis synthesis page, and you'll notice that there is another video, and I'm going to turn this around so you can see, another video that I'd like you to watch before you get started on working on your 12-step analyses. Because a major part of this class is to be able to understand what you're reading and the type of research that you're reading. And you're going to be coming across a number of articles that are either quantitative, qualitative, or a mixed methods research design. And in order to complete your 12-step analyses each week, you have to be able to correctly identify whether that article is a quantitative article or a qualitative article or a combination of the two. And if it's a combination of the two, then you'll use the qualitative template just as you would if it was a full qualitative research design. And so what these analyses are designed to do is to help you have a deeper understanding of what you've read and to keep track of what you've read. Because as you leave this course and go on to your subsequent courses, particularly if you're new in the program, you don't want to just forget about this research. You want to hang on to it. And so as you get closer to deciding whether or not you're going to do a synthesis or a thesis, when you complete your program, you may very well come back to these articles a year and a half later. And so rather than having to reread all of these articles and to see if they fit your topic, what you'll want to do is simply just refer back to your 12-step analyses, because that gives all of the main points of each article that you'll be reading. And so it's a shortcut for your understanding and your research review collection, so that you can actually keep track of what you're reading, what it's about, and you can just file these away as you go through your program, because as you get to your synthesis, you'll be pulling even more articles throughout your synthesis and thesis semester. So this is to really help keep you organized for that task. And as you get into the research or the 12-step analysis folder, here it is. The first thing is a 12-step analysis and weekly research assignment explained. What I did is I created a PowerPoint that explains some of the differences in some of the items from the video. It gives you a little information on that. And it also talks about what you'll be doing throughout the summer. And so as you read through it, there's a little quick activity to help you look at some of the articles that you've done, and it will talk about some of the different things. There's some of the different requirements that you'll need to do throughout your summer. Now, there's a lot of words on that. I did that simply so that you can read it at your own leisure, at your own pace, without having to watch a video along with it. Otherwise, it would just be me repeating everything that's in that PowerPoint. So I wanted to make it so that you could quickly go back and refer to it, rather than having to watch a whole video and try to find the part that relates to what your question is. So I designed it this way so that you can refer back to it as we go throughout the semester, because you might have questions come up as you're looking at articles and you're like, I'm not sure if this is qualitative or quantitative. You can always go back and rewatch that video to help you understand how to identify those. but the PowerPoint that I posted also has that information, so you can quickly click through and go straight to the point where you need to go. So that's the reason behind that. It's not that I just wanted to throw a bunch of words on the slide and just leave it at that. I know that you're going to have questions throughout the semester, throughout the summer, and this is a way for you to be able to work through that on your own. So in that folder, you have that PowerPoint, as well as the blank templates that you'll need for your 12-step analysis forms. And the nice thing about the book, Reading and Understanding Research, as you are reading how to complete each 12-step analysis, there is an example of what a completed one looks like in each chapter, so that you can go back and refer to this as well if you have questions on whether or not you're doing it correctly. And so, this class is really set up for you to work through these assignments and organize your time and do these on your own. I'm definitely here to support you, definitely here to help you understand some of the finer points of this, but these online learning classes a lot of times are designed for you to work through these through the book, through watching videos to support your learning. And so it's different than sitting in a class for 3 hours and getting the information directly from me. So I've set it up so that you're not listening to me for 3 hours. I'm sure you appreciate that, but your learning should be supported through various modes of delivery, and that's what I've tried to do with this. So anyways, that's week 2 in a nutshell. I hope that as you work through this, the videos are help explain and answer questions for you. If you have further questions, use the Ask the Professor forum, the hashtag asking for a friend, and I will clarify those points as needed as you come up with those. So that's all I've got. Have a great day and enjoy your week.